Hi, my name is Miss Carandola, and today I'm going to be giving you an introduction on the electric bass.
Okay, so for the electric bass, you have two main components. You have the amplifier, and then you also have the electric bass itself. You always need these two components, otherwise your electric bass, the sound is not going to be amplified. You can practice without an amp if you are trying to be quiet, or maybe you're in a situation where it can't be loud. You absolutely can practice without the amp. But I would say in most situations, you want the amp to be able to practice. The amp requires power in order for it to work, so it needs to be plugged in. From there, you want to place your electric bass on the floor. It is always the safest to open when it's on the floor. You have the zipper. You only move one, you leave the other. You go around. That is when you safely remove the guitar. Now you can rest it on the case so that it stays safe and it doesn't get damaged. Inside the case is where we keep the cable. So you can leave your bass laying down. You're going to take this and open it so that the cable is loose. Now, important that you do not turn the amp on until it is plugged in. Only when it's plugged in do you give the amp its power. So, you plug this into where it says input, and then on the electric bass itself, there's a port you plug in. You never want to pick the electric bass up without having the neck strap on your body. So you put it over your neck, and you typically want leverage. So that means you either want to have your foot, if you're sitting in a chair, maybe elevated so that you have this kind of an angle so your instrument can rest properly. Now that I'm plugged in here and here, I may turn the switch on in the back of the amp. And I have sound. As long as the string is vibrating, it will make sound. So if it's just, it will make sound. To stop the sound, you have to silence the strings. The vibrations is what makes sound. If you're getting some feedback, which, let's see, you might need to play a little bit with the dials on the amp themselves. We want to try not to touch the buttons on the guitar itself, but more so the strings here. With your method book, you will have a better idea of where your fingers go, but it is always to the left side. Your left hand is the hand that sits on the frets, and your right hand is the strumming hand. It's important that your left hand fingers touch all the way down. If your fingers do not make contact with this backboard here, with the back, the strings won't be able to properly vibrate. Now, to pack the guitar up, you kind of work backwards. The first step, you turn the amp off. When the amp is off, then you disconnect. Just give it a nice turn and pull, turn and pull. Now you can leave the cable, but we want to be extra careful with the guitar, taking it off of our necks, sliding it into the case carefully, and then zipping it closed. Once it's closed, you're going to take the cable, hold one end, wrap it around your hand so that we kind of get it in a neat circle. That way it just goes in the case better. Once it's raveled, you can take this. Now this is optional depending if you have the time. You just take it and you wrap it around the cable. That way it keeps it together, wrapped, and then you just put it back in, zipper, unplug,
and you're good to pack up. And that is how you can take the bass out, assemble, play, and put it away. Thanks for watching.